how
I'll tell you,
close?
it's been good actually. To be honest with you, if I would have not been depressed about being, fired or released, whatever they call it up there, if I would not have been depressed about that, I probably could have got rich again. But I didn't realize what I had. I didn't realize that, when I got fired from WCW and then when they went out of business and WWF was changed to WWE and then everybody's confused, I said, this is over, Well, a year later, I'm sitting at the gimmick table with one picture in front of me and making a living. And I go, what am I doing? So I snap out of it and I get 20 pictures in front of me and I get the dolls and the DVD and the Polaroid film out and I make a hell of a living doing it, But I am 39 years old. And yes, I think I got another run left. Would love to do it one more time on TV, but I'd like to do it right one more time. And I'm not sure I have the right people in place to do it one more time. Enough friends anywhere to do it right one more time.
Why do you attribute that to?
I really don't know. I don't know because Sting and me were so tight. We were so close, and he just totally wrote me off. Nash owes me a phone call, which is no big deal. I've asked Scotty to throw a word in for me with Jeff. Of course, you got to realize these boys here, they're working too, And hey, that's me busting. Oh, yay! That's taking a job away from somebody, So, it's just one of those things that I'm not harping about it, or I just tell the truth about it. And the truth is, I believe with all my heart I could help them. I believe with all my heart I got another run left. But, after another year or so, I'm not going to have another run left. And I'm not going to have the energy or the looks or the power. I'm still healthy. I still look real good. I still feel good. I probably feel the best I ever felt in my life. And I'm ready to do something again. The problem is I don't have the right people in the right place. And in my world, timing is everything.
Right.
And it's just for some reason I've missed that timing this go around,
Well, there's a lot of chaos going on with TNA. They're letting people go. They're bringing people in.
I've heard. Tell me something. Tell me.
Is this not the opportunity they're bringing in Lashley. They're bringing in Elijah Burke. I know one of the knocks on TNA is they keep bringing in WCW guys or WWE guys, because of the reason you stated earlier that, they can still draw.
Sure.
Is it not? Is this not the opportunity for you to slide on in there?
That's what I think. But I've had calls lately of congratulations a couple of times. And I've said, for what? And they go, well, we heard you got hired, da, da, da. And I go, no, I didn't get hired. And they were like, oh, I'm sorry, man. And solid people, congratulating me, So the rumor definitely is out that they're talking about me or wanting to talk about me or whatever. But, of course, it's the opportune time. Let's just be honest, okay? Never met him. Care less if he likes me. Care less what people think about this. But here's how I look at it. Stan Bob Lashley, is that his name?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Stand him in the middle of a mall, in any mall you want to in America, any mall you want to pick out. How many people are going to notice him? And then stand Buff Bagwell there, and how many people are going to notice them? That's how I look at popularity. That's how I look at drawing power, and that's how I look at money. Whoever gets noticed the most at that mall should be pushed. And that's how I look at it. And that's just the way it is. That's called money. That's just smart. That's people flipping around. That's called a Q rating. It's called power. And it used to mean something in this business, and it went away. It went away. And it got to be a bunch of yes men that say yes to everything, and that's maybe what Vince wanted. That may be what Jeff and them want. That's not what they're going to get with the Buff Bagwell. They're going to get, hey, man, I don't quite understand this. I want to make this better, And for some reason, me trying to make things better got me a lot of heat, It was things I cared about, things I was trying to do because I cared. And I had top talent guys tell me, Bagwell, just take the money and shut up. And I go, I can't, brother. I'm not going to get run over in segment 5 and be at the go position in segment 6 because they've overlooked something. Mm-hmm. Then have a semi running me over in segment 5, and in segment 6 I was wrestling. And I said, guys, this don't make sense. But still, to them, it was like, what's Bagwell complaining about now?
Mm-hmm.
it was like, guys, I'm trying to show you this don't work. This don't make sense. Even though it didn't make sense, it still was like, oh, God, what's Bagwell said? What's Bagwell doing now? That's where it came across to say they come across they used to for 11 years, like hungry and want to fix it and want to be part of a team like I was for 11 years. All of a sudden, that attitude that I didn't change became like, who do you think he is? Telling us what to do here. And I was like, guys, I'm just trying to show you that segment 5, I'm getting hit by a truck, and in segment 6, you got me wrestling Sting. I mean, you can't do those, And so that kind of stuff literally got me heat for speaking up, instead of just getting run over by the semi, coming right back, getting dressed, and go out and wrestling Sting in segment 6, and not saying a word and letting them after the show go, oh, my God, why did we do that? What are we idiots? Instead of let's let them do that, I spoke up and got heat for it.
Well, okay, I think we have a caller.
Let's talk to him.
All right, Buff, are you willing to take a call here?
Let's do it.
All right, we got a caller from the 201. Caller, you're on Hit the Ropes Radio.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? What's going on, folks?
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? I have a question for you, man. What's up with you and joining Q&A or WWE? I mean, you've been sitting for a while, man. You know what I mean? You can come back, brother.
I really would love to come back. I just don't think I think my chances are better at TNA because that's a little more of my clique with the WCW guys, and me and Triple H were never friends but a short period of time here, and Jericho left awful early, so a lot of their guys really aren't my clique. I mean, Arn and Dean Malenko and those guys, I love them and would love to work for them and love to be part of their team, but I just really think, honestly, at the stage of the ball game, being 39 years old, my only hope is TNA.
I think you still got a little something in the tank. I still think you can actually make it in WWE, because they got a lot of young kids in there, and half of them, I still laugh when people say, "Oh, they're good." They're not good. You haven't seen good.
I'll be honest with you. I sat down the other night and I watched two of their main stars. I watched CM Punk wrestle Morrison Kid, the James Morrison Kid, and I swear to you, I sat there and looked at it with non-jealous eyes, like I've always looked at this business. I'm not a jealous person. I'm a very legit person. Everything's got to be, it's got to make sense. Real simple. And so I watched the match. And I really dove into it. And when it was over, what I look for when a match is over in wrestling is to say, "Wow, this industry's past me." It's over.
Yeah.
And after watching that match, I went, "I got 5 years left." I swear to God, I did. I said, if these are the guys they're pushing, I said, I got 5 years left. I said, if that's who they think of, I mean, A, B, C, D, E, I mean, everything was very robotic looking. It was an average match. And this is one of their main events on SmackDown, And it just, to me, I said, you know what? If this is what they're pushing, I got 5 years left.
Damn right. And also, I have a feeling, I got to ask you this, man. I really have to ask you because, I have a friend who went to the Legends Fan Fest this past weekend in Charlotte, and he said Tuco Scorpio is still talking about that situation between you and him, and how he used to ask you, when back in the days in WCW when you guys used to team up together, and Charles guys used to be like, oh, let me bang your wife, joking around, and eventually you had enough, and you broke up the team. Sometimes I think it's a work because that's what I was going to ask you. Are you coming back to actually wrestle full time? Because it sounds like Strads is setting it up for you. You know what I mean?
They know where I'm at. There's been a couple things that have happened lately, like my action figures coming out again, and WWE putting their name on me with a couple action figures. There's been a few things like that, but nobody's called me. Nobody's asked me to talk to them or fly in. They know exactly where I'm at. I wrestled Jerry Lawler a couple times lately, so they've been able to see that Mark Bagwell's back to Mark Bagwell again, and not no crazy maniac that everybody thinks he is. So there's been a lot of good viewings, a lot of good sightings on me, and maybe good news don't pass quite as fast as bad news does. So, but like I said, the good news is I got a real good career. I still love what I do. I'm my own boss. If they want to jump in and pay me more than I'm making now to give one more run at this thing,